is derived from poly, which means many. So when you say polynomials, it is an algebraic expression. We'll understand the basic, and I am explaining the concept of polynomial from the NCERT. In this polynomials, an expression like when you say an expression is 3x or 5y 3 and 2x plus 3. So this is an example of a simple expression. This is normally called a monomial. These are monomials. This is called binomial, and an expression which is having a term this expression was usually called polynomial in the junior class, where an expression which is having more than two terms is called a polynomial. So here in class 9th, we have to understand what is a polynomial and what are the basic things. So we will not consider the single term, double term, or three terms. We will consider the polynomial. So in higher classes, the polynomials are considered as any expression which is may have one or two or three expressions. So the first thing we have to understand is what is a part of a polynomial. So in every polynomial, there is an expression. Let's take example of this 2x plus 3, where x, if I say 2x cube, then in this 2, it means 2 multiplied by x3. So this 2 is called the constant. You have studied this. And this is called the variable. This is chapter 2 of class 9th. So this is constant and this is variable. So the coefficient of x cube is the number which is multiplying it. So 2 is the constant. It is a fixed value, and 2 is called the coefficient of x cube. If I say coefficient of x cube, it is 2. Okay. So now what is the main thing which you have to do in class 9 is, first let's understand that if there is a polynomial given as 3x cube minus, let's take the same example. Now this has 4 terms in it. So this is a polynomial. In this polynomial, the first thing you have to understand is what is the meaning of degree. Degree of a polynomial. So what do you mean by degree of a polynomial? Degree of a polynomial means the highest power. The highest power in this expression. So highest power of x. So highest power of x is 3x cube. You can see that 3x cube, 2x square and 4x. The degree of x is 3. The degree of x here is 2. And the degree of x here is 1. And there is no x in 1. So the degree of the polynomial means the highest power of x. So the highest power of x in this question is 3. Now what is the degree of this expression? x5 minus x4 plus 3. What is the degree of this expression? Type the answer below this in the chat. Type the answer. x5 minus x4 plus 3. Then what is the degree of expression? This is exercise 2.1 given. So in 2.1, the first one is written 4x square minus 3x plus 7. So this is a polynomial. Okay, this is a polynomial, and it is a polynomial in which there is only x, there is no other polynomial. So this is a polynomial with only one variable. Now there are many things I can say about this. This is a polynomial which has only one variable x. This is a polynomial whose degree is 2. The highest power is 2. The next power is 1, but we take the highest power. And what is the coefficient of x square in this? What is the coefficient of x square? Type the answer of this. What is the coefficient of x square? Type the answer below this video. Then what is the coefficient of x? These two answers you type. There is 4x square minus 3x plus 7. Then it is made up of one variable. Why it is one variable? Because it has only x in it. Okay, so two variables we'll just understand, but in this type these two answers because we have just now done. Then second one, let's see if there is an expression. This is a question given there. Y raised to the power 3 plus t raised to the power 30. This expression x 10 y 3 t 30. This is an expression which has one variable. Is it having 1, 2 or 3? How many variables does it have? This type the answer below. One variable, two variable or three variables. Simple answer. What is the coefficient of y3? What is the coefficient of y raised to the power 3? What is the coefficient of t raised to the power 30? Coefficient just now I had explained. Then what is the degree? Degree I will tell you. The degree of this expression. What is the degree? The highest power. So it will be, what is the degree? This also you can type. You have understood? So type below it. What is the degree of this? And one more. 5x cube plus 4x square plus 7x. So this is a question. 5x cube. What is the degree of this? The degree of this polynomial is how much? It is the highest power. So this power is 1. When you don't write x only, then it means the degree is 1. This is 2. This is 3. So what is the degree? 3. So you will get the clue for the above questions. And when you write any expression, the expression can be called as the polynomials. This is introduction of polynomials. In introduction, one more thing comes, that the polynomial is of what type? Polynomial is of what type means there are three types: linear, there is quadratic. Linear polynomial example will be 3x plus 2. The quadratic polynomial example will be x square plus 2 or this. And the third is cubic. Cubic polynomial will be x minus x raised to the power 3. Now, what is the difference between the three types of polynomial? Linear polynomial is 3x plus 2. Quadratic polynomial is x squared plus 2. Cubic polynomial is x minus x raised to the power 3. So what is linear? And a polynomial in which the power of x is 1. Quadratic polynomial means power is 2. And cubic polynomial means power is 3. These are the basic of the polynomials. And there are three types which is ours. So in the coming exercises, you will be given question where it will be written write example of a linear polynomial or write example of something. Then you will have to remember linear means what, quadratic means what, and cubic means what. So this was the introduction. The first exercise deals with this. Now before in the next class I will explain what is the meaning of very important part which children find confusing is the zeros of polynomial. What is the meaning of zeros of polynomial? Zeros of polynomial is a term used which actually simply means what are the factors. In simple word, we don't say factors, but we say they are the factors of this. Like if I say what are the factors of 12, the factor of 12 are 2 and 6, like say. So why is 2 a factor of 12? Because when you will divide 12 by 2, it will not leave a remainder. So when you divide 12 by 2, what is the remainder? 0. When you divide 12 by 6, what is the remainder? 6. It means 2 is a 0 of 12. 6 is a 0 of 12. Clear? So why in a polynomial chapter especially we use the term zeros, which means factors, and factor means example I have given. This is just an example that the factors of 12 are 2 and 6, let's say. So 2 is a factor of 12 because when you divide 12 by 2, remainder is 0. When you divide 12 by 6, remainder is also 0. Remainder is 0. So in this topic polynomial, we will understand what is the meaning of zero of a polynomial. Okay, let's quickly see one example and then we'll move on. When you say zeros of a polynomial, let's take an example. When you write zero of a polynomial or a polynomial topic, then it is written in this way. P stands for polynomial, bracket is the value x which you have to see, and this is an example of a polynomial expression 2x square plus 3x minus 2. So this is an example of a polynomial in which P is the polynomial, x is the number whose factor you have to find. So you have to find which factor of x will become a 0 of this. 0 of this means you have to find how many numbers are zeros of this expression, this whole expression. So zeros of polynomial, with example you will understand better. If I write the first vector and write x as 1, then I suppose p and then write value 2. So when I write p and 1 means all the x in this expression will be replaced by 1. This is 2x square, so I will replace it with 1. Then 3x means 3 into 1 and minus 2. So see this. This is the expression given to you, and the polynomial 1 means I am finding the 0 of this expression, which number I will replace with x so that the answer of the whole expression becomes 0. So when I write p is equal to 1, it is 5 into 1 cube minus 2 into 1 square. So I think you have understood from where is this 3 coming. It is I have replaced x in this. Replace x with 1, replace x with 1, replace x with 1 and 2. So this will become how much? This will become 5 into 1 minus 2 into 1 is 1 plus 3 into 1 is 1 minus 2. So what is the answer of this? 5 into 1 is 5, 2 into 1 is 2, 3 into 1 is 3 and minus 2. Now what is the total answer? 5 and 3 is 8, 8 minus 4 is 4. Now since 4 is coming and it is not coming 0, Therefore 1 is not the 0. I can say p raised to the 1 is not a 0. You have to put a value which will make the whole answer 0. Let's put number 2 in the same expression. Now this is x cube. In place of x, write 2. 2 cube minus 2 into 2 square plus 3 into 2 minus 2. Okay, so I am replacing the value. Replace the value of x with the number which is in the bracket. First I have replaced with 1. Watch this portion again, you will understand it. Now I am putting value 2. So when you are finding polynomial, it is done like this. So now it will become 5 into 2 cube is 8 minus 2 into 4 plus 3 into 2 and minus 2. So it will become 40 minus 8 plus 6 minus 2. This also will not give answer 0. This will not give. So when you are told find the zeros of the expression, you have to try with smallest number, go to next number, at least 4 numbers you have to try. So I have shown you 1 and 2. This answer becomes 46. 40 plus 6 will be 46 minus 10. So this is not a 0. Now let's take minus number, and I am writing p raised to the power minus 2. I can take 1, 2, 3 or any number. 0 also I can take. You have to suppose a number here, put the value of x, and the answer, if it comes 0, then it is a 0. But here no answer is coming 0, so it is not a 0. If I write minus 2 now, it will be 5 into minus 2 cube minus 2 into x is equal to, replacing x replace with minus 2, replace x with minus 2, replace x with minus 2. So minus 2 square plus 3 into minus 2 and then minus 2. So it will become 5 into minus 2 cube. Minus 2 into minus 2 into minus 2 is minus 8. Then minus 2 multiplied by 4 minus 6 minus 2. These values. So 4 into 8 is minus 40. 2 4 is minus 8 minus 6 minus 2. Now what is the answer coming 0? Still it is not coming 0. Minus 40 and this all will be added. So 40, 50, it is, answer is minus 56. So you have to show this working when you have to find the zeros of the polynomial. So at least one number, another number, third number, fourth or fifth number you will get. So I am taking a number which is next number. So I am trying with p as minus 3. Now let's see, does it give you 0? Expression is 5x cube minus 2x square plus 3x minus 2. Now let's put in place of x minus 3. Minus 3 cube, 2 into minus 3 square, 3 into minus 3 and minus 2. Replace x with minus 3. So it will become 5 multiplied by minus 3 raised to the power 3 will be minus 27. And the next number is 2 into 3 square is plus 9 plus 3 into minus 3 and minus 2. Got it? Now let's see what is the answer. Which number will give the answer 0? So you have to try and get the whole answer 0. So 135 minus 18 minus 9 minus 2. Again it is not coming. So which number will give answer 0, that number will be called the 0 of the polynomial. So you have to try more numbers. I have shown you some numbers. So this all working has to be shown in pair. 1, 2, minus 2, 3. And you have to see which number will give answer. Now if I write p raised to the power 0, then 0 is not there. You have to try some number and get the answer. So if suppose it was 3, so plus and 18 and 9, and if you suppose x is equal to, it was 3, so it will become 9, everything will become plus 5 into 27. So you have to get a number so that the answer of the whole expression becomes 0. Whichever number gives 0, then that number will be called the polynomials 0. So try some number and type below this video that you have got the answer, and we will meet in the next video. Till that time, keep revising. Revise this video. It is important for understanding the polynomials. We'll meet in the next class.